Hello everybody, welcome back and thanks for watching. I really appreciate you taking your time to watch my video. Today I want to do a follow-up to the video I made called Can Omega Kill the Submariner in 2018? Now in that video I went through a list of reasons why I think the new Omega Seamaster Professional is far superior to the current Submariner. I talked about the ceramic dial as being new. I talked about the movement with the exhibition back, the METAS certified movement, a couple other things also. Go back and watch that video. I'll put a link in there. So the first thing I want to say is that I was watching a video last week by Tim Masso of Govberg, and he was doing a review of this new watch. It was the two-tone one, and at the end of that video he said the same thing. He said, yes, this is a Submariner killer. I want to say, Tim, thank you for the endorsement. I really appreciate it. I'll link to that video below. Number two, let me clear up a couple things on here. So when I made that video, I didn't mean it as like a versus, like things don't have to be a competition. I was just pointing out that while the Submariner is a great watch, the Omega is better. It's not like one versus another. It's just an A plus is better than an A. You would agree with me, right? That doesn't mean an A is bad. It just means that an A plus is better. You understand where I'm going? I don't know why people can't just accept that okay, yes, one thing is great, but this one is better technically, execution wise, price point, etc., so forth and so on. So I wanted to clarify that that wasn't meant to be a versus. If you go back through my old videos, I think one of the first videos I made was talking about the Datejust and why it's such a great watch and why Rolex is just such a great brand overall, because people know Rolex and sometimes you want to just know that you got the best watch in the room, in addition to it being, you know, iconic and classic and everything else. So don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not a hater or anything. I appreciate what they do, but I'm also a educated consumer, and I think it's up to us to make sure that we're getting our money's worth, that we're not just supporting businesses that are just sitting on their laurels. So that was the point of that. Third point I want to talk about is having a collection of watches, which kind of goes from the second point. So I think really you'd want to have both. You'd want to have the Submariner and you want to have the new Omega. I mean, those two watches together, I mean, as far as divers, come on, man, like you got a solid there. You got two classics. Yes, the Seamaster, you know, isn't the same continuous iteration since, you know, Dwight Eisenhower days like the Submariner is. But yeah, I mean, it's been relatively the same for 30 years. I mean, 25, 30 years. You can't really ask for more than that. So I think those two together are great. As a watch hobbyist, I don't just have one watch. Oh, speaking of that, this is a vintage Omega Seamaster here from the 70s. This is a birth year watch, but that's a whole nother story. I love this watch. So yeah, I mean, I have a collection of watches. I don't think you have to have like one versus the other. I think ideally you'd want to have both. Point 4 I want to talk about is if I had to choose one, I would go with the Submariner, and here's why. Overall, brand does matter, right? Brand does matter. Resale value matters to me, and most of the general population in this world knows what Rolex is. They don't know what Omega is. I like the Omega overall. Blue dial. Oh, that blue dial. That blue dial. Woo! I saw that blue dial in real life. That's it right there. I don't like the tan 11 and two-tone ones. The blue dial, that's my blue dial watch. I got to get a blue dial watch. That's going to be it. Anyway, I digress. What I was saying is that if I had to choose one watch, I would probably go with the black Submariner because, again, it's iconic. Black goes with everything. And also, I mean, it's a great watch. I mean, you know, hands down, nobody's going to argue with you. So I'm not a want-to-watch guy, so I don't have to choose. So that's why I don't have to say like one is ultimately better than the other is like as far as having one watch. I'm just saying that for what you're getting and the value, this new Seamaster Professional is clearly a class above the Submariner. To me, that's not just me saying it now. Tim Monson was also saying it also. So maybe I do know what I'm talking about just a little bit, The fifth thing and final thing that I want to talk about is what is Rolex going to do? And they got to do something. Just like I said in that first video, that Rolex bracelet was raggedy and Omega came out with that Seamaster and it made them fix it. They're going to have to do something. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Basel 2019, maybe they have like a ceramic dial. I mean, they might. They know. They got to do something here because people aren't that dumb. People are going to be like, well, wait a minute. Why am I going to go somewhere, get on a list? That's a whole nother thing with the current Rolex situation. What else would you do where you're going to go on a list to spend $10,000? You're right. Think about that. I got a paper bag full of 20s or 100s. $10,000. I go into a store to buy something. They can't sell it to me. They don't have it. Or maybe I gotta wait a week or something else like that. Think how crazy that is. Why aren't they doing anything to address it? I don't know. Maybe they're doing R&D. Maybe they're working on a new sub. That's why they aren't sending out, you know, that many old ones, right? Maybe they're trying to get rid of that stock. I'm just speculating here. But going back on point, in 2019, I think at Basel, they have to do something. They got to do something to say, hey, look, guys, we know this, you know, availability has been a problem. Omega is giving them pressure. They got to do something different. But wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if they had a ceramic dial, or maybe they'll do it different. It'll be ceramic, but maybe it won't have waves. What if it was a ceramic dial with kind of like the crown or something, like engraved, like subtly, right? That might be dope. I don't know. Just speculating here. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap here. What is Rolex gonna do to fight back against this? Because I think they want to come out with something. On an entirely different note, just think of this as like bonus footage. While I was in the store doing research, I noticed consistently the one Rolex they had available was the Milgauss, the GV. This is the one with kind of like the orange markers, kind of with the green dial, which I didn't think that I was going to like that watch. But when I put that watch on, the way the green, you know, like my skin tone being brown, the way that green and orange kind of went with my skin tone, I was like, damn, this is really, really nice watch. I mean, you know, for a person with lighter color skin, it wouldn't give the same effect. But that's another reason why I like blue dial watches, because blue dial, blue and brown, I mean, warm and cool, right? Goes together. But I'm really liking this green dial Milgauss. And now I know this is the one watch that nobody wants because it's the only one that's in the case. You know, I got to try to go on a mission to maybe see where the numbers are. But anyway, that wraps up this long rambling video about Rolex. I'm coming in just under 10 minutes here. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments. Have a good day. Out.